Meth. It's gonna rock you like a hurricane. Methamphetamine.
Most all the flesh had rotten away, and Cassius' body was mostly skeleton. All the while, Adalbert remained there, breathing all that wonderful aroma into his lungs. Although inspectors noted that Adalbert did attempt to reduce the stench by pouring a box of Arm & Hammer baking soda over the body, which did little about the smell and did nothing about the fly larvae.
Crystal meth increases arousal in the central nervous system by pumping up levels of two neurotransmitters, norepinephrine and dopamine. At low doses, it boosts alertness and blocks hunger and fatigue. At higher doses, it causes exhilaration and euphoria. At very high doses, the drug can cause agitation, paranoia, and bizarre behavior. Physical effects from crystal meth use include increased heart rate, blood pressure, and body temperature.
Widely used in the 1960s and early 70s for its intense effects, crystal meth virtually disappeared in the 1980s. However, it has resurfaced on a massive scale nationwide in recent years.
Physical effects from crystal meth use include increased heart rate, blood pressure, and body temperature. Anxiety, emotional swings, and paranoia are the most common psychological effects of chronic use of crystal meth. Symptoms increase with long-term use and can involve paranoid delusions or hallucinations. Violence and self-destructive behavior are also very common.
It's great. I love that stuff.
If you want to take meth, you should have extra teeth.
I don't know about it. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so I need you to. Okay. Probably. I don't know what I need to do actually.
Meth.
Shut up.
What?
Meth.
Meth? Oh, I mean, it's fine, I guess.
This cookie is like meth because it is delicious. Not that meth is delicious.
Meth is just.
But this cookie is also not good for you. Like meth is not good for you. So don't eat cookies or do meth.
No, stop with the god.
It's bad for you.
It's unhealthy. Addiction is bad.
Are you on meth?
No. Do you know what the surface area of a...
I don't know anything about meth.
So, meth is an abbreviation for method, the word M-E-T-H-O-D, Nordic origins. You say, like, my meth is something like my meth for cooking quesadillas is with a toaster instead of a microwave. And it's used responsibly. You know, people know what you're talking about, so, but don't overuse it, because then you get into problems. Because then people think you're talking about drugs.
It's awesome.
I don't know.
Death can result from burst of blood vessels in the brain, or heart failure. The high from crystal meth tends to last 4 to 12 hours, with users continuing to take the drug for days.
Methamphetamine is also sometimes called
speed, meth, chalk, ice, crystal, and glass.
The officers entered the house. There on the coffee table, displayed ever so tastefully, was her lung. But that's not what shocked them the most. Officers winced and turned their heads as they noted that the lung had Roger's teeth marks all over it. As it turns out, Roger chewed and actually swallowed a few pieces of her lung before he ripped off his clothes and went outside to hang out in the street.
Meth. It's kind of like Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop.
So meth is a drug.
Meth? Meth. God. What a drug.
Meth is particularly dangerous because it can be cooked in any kitchen and can contain a number of various different chemicals. Taking meth causes the brain to release large amounts of dopamine. Why are you turning the camera? This makes the person, the user, feel a great deal of pleasure, but also means that the user will feel a crash later, which often leads them to take more of the drug. Taking methamphetamine can also make the user have less pleasure from other daily normal activities, driving them to take even more of the drug.
Excuse me? Have you ever tried meth?
Adult methamphetamine addicts often become so obsessed with the drug that they neglect their children.
The central nervous system actions that result from taking even small amounts of methamphetamine include increased wakefulness, increased physical activity, decreased appetite, increased respiration, hypothermia, and euphoria. Other CNS effects include irritability, insomnia, confusion, tremors, convulsions, anxiety, paranoia, and aggressiveness. Hypothermia and convulsions can result in death.
The user may become violent.
I may have partaken over the summer. I ate hundreds of apples. Meth is great. Meth, 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 meth.
Don't ever do meth, kids.
Methamphetamine is taken by snorting the powder, by extravenous injection, and by smoking.
One of the most serious and unpleasant side effects of meth is meth mouth, where the user's teeth rot from the inside out.
After taking methamphetamine, the user experiences an intense sensation called a rush, or a flash, that lasts only a few minutes. It's described as extremely pleasurable. If it is taken in a different method, users may become addicted. Oh, wait. If it is taken in a different method, it may produce a euphoria, but not a rush. Users may become addicted very quickly and use it with increasing frequency and increasing doses.
Some of the most common signs and symptoms are extremely dilated pupils, dry or bleeding nose, and lips, chronic nasal or sinus problems, and bad breath.
Trying meth
wasn't so good.
They unfortunately were only going the legal speed limit of 55. The Nissan crushed the Honda, killing Thornton instantly. Autopsy results show that Aurelia was alive for some time after the crush, but paramedics couldn't rescue her. She died a slow, agonizing death. Why? Because Goody continued to hallucinate and held a shotgun, aiming it sometimes at the Honda, over time to the paramedics.
Meth use is declining among youth. The Monitoring the Future study shows that among 8th, 10th, and 12th graders, meth use has declined by 28, 47, and 15% in the last 3 years. It is important to note that marijuana is still the single largest drug of abuse in this country, but meth is often in the news because of its dramatic effects and consequences.
Crystal meth users often stay awake for days on end, eating very little and staying in a heightened state of arousal.
Meth.